Independent job search. This presentation will focus on understanding the advantages of conducting an independent job search, develop the steps required to start your independent job search, and understand how to access your network for your independent job search, and also who is in your network. You may be asking yourself, why do I need to conduct an independent job search? Why don't I just focus on the job postings provided by the college? Conducting an independent job search is an important part of the co-op process. In order to increase your potential for success, students are expected to job search using a variety of methods. While Orbis is a valuable resource with direct access to employers who are actively recruiting for the co-op students from your program area, the competition for these positions can be high. Through an independent job search, you can source out companies that best fit your needs. This could include an ideal location, work hours, long-term career goals, or learning outcomes you are hoping to achieve. You increase your chances for success when you job search using multiple methods. The more sources you tap into for your job search, the more likely you are to establish connections with employers. An independent job search also allows you to discover new opportunities and niche markets, and to also start to build your network of contacts. The benefits of an independent job search include displaying a positive quality to a potential employer. For example, when contacting an employer independently, you show initiative, self-motivation, drive, and resourcefulness. It also provides the flexibility to create and perhaps negotiate your own job. When you are not applying to a specific posting, there may be the opportunity to work with an employer to tailor a job that would best suit your interests and skills. There is also limited competition. In some cases, you may be the only student approaching a particular employer. And an independent job search also allows you to gather valuable industry information and build your network. Ensure you keep track of all your contacts during your job search. This information can prove to be useful down the road in your academic and professional career. Before you start the process, ensure you've considered the following points. Know what type of work you are looking for. You need to ensure that you are well informed and prepared to respond to questions the employer may ask you. Do you know what type of work you want to do during your co-op work term? Do you know what type of work will be approved as a co-op? To best prepare you to respond to this type of questioning, use the program learning outcomes as a guide, speak to your co-op consultant, review pre-approved co-op positions on Orbis, know what you have to offer an employer, and know what your skills are. Some resources to have on hand when you're approaching employers are a targeted resume and cover letter, transcripts, perhaps your program outline or your course syllabi, and program-specific co-op information sheets. Thinking about the above information and preparing the above documents will ensure that you have an intelligent discussion with the employer during your initial discussions. Once you have prepared your documents and you've considered your interests and skill sets, you need to then make a plan of how and when you're going to start targeting an employer. Make a list of companies to contact. Think about developing lists of employers in various geographic regions you can consider or types of businesses or companies you would be most interested in. Do you know how to find out what employers may hire in your field? Use the Finding Target Employers Using 411 tip sheet attached to this course module as a guide. The next slide will also provide some more ideas for researching potential employers. After you have your list of companies, decide how you're going to contact them. Will you contact them via phone, in person, or email? Then decide when you will contact them. Ensure that you book time in your schedule each week to conduct an independent job search, and set goals as to how many contacts you want to make each week. Making a list of employers is an important first step. Use the following resources to discover employers within your field. online directories such as 411.ca or yellowpages.ca. Review the local Chamber of Commerce. You can look at online job posting sites. Most of these sites won't post for co-op positions, but at least you can then identify employers who are actively recruiting within your field. If you know a company name, go to their specific company website to gather more information. Depending on your industry, there may be appropriate trade journals that you can review that would highlight employers within the industry. And also look at industry association. There are a number of different associations within different industries. Talk to your co-op consultant to identify the industry association for your program area. Once you have a list of employers, your next step will be to start contacting employers on your list. The best approach to this will depend on both your individual preference and also the employer. Choose the method that you feel works best for you. This could include an initial contact via the phone, email, or in person. If contacting by phone, ask to speak to the hiring manager in the department. If contacting by email, ensure you add a line to the bottom of your cover letter that indicates a date that you will follow up via phone based on your interest for the company. And if you're planning on approaching the employer in person, ensure that you are dressed for the part and that you have a copy of your resume and cover letter with you. Whichever method you choose as a first point of contact with the employer, you want to ensure that you are prepared with points you want to cover. Practice this introduction before you approach the employer and ensure you cover the following points. Who are you? You want to ensure that you highlight your name, your school, and your program. Why you are contacting them. Indicate that you have researched their organization and are interested in discussing the potential of a co-op opportunity. What you can offer. You want to highlight your skills, your knowledge, and academics you've completed that would add value to the organization. What you have done. Reference any previous work experience or lab work that would relate to the company or a posted position. And finally, why do you want to work for this company? End with this and stress your interest in this particular organization. Ensure that there is something more than just the job opportunity. Your goal is to end with a clear and focused reason why this company is of interest to you. As you conduct your independent job search, ensure that you keep track of your progress. Ensure that you log every point of contact with each employer, from email to follow-up calls to the outcome of your discussion. This can help you stay on top of your independent job search. Ensure to keep your job search logs as records for future reference. Perhaps an employer indicated that they weren't able to hire a co-op student for this semester, but expressed interest for another work term. Ensure that you log this type of information. The job search log highlighted on the screen is one example. Create and tailor a job search log that works best for you. Now that we've looked at how to research and target employers for an independent job search, we want to switch gears slightly and touch base on how to access the hidden job market. The hidden job market is using your network of friends, former employers, and family to tap into some potential opportunities. In a lot of cases, employers do not advertise open job availabilities, but instead rely on referrals from their staff. In a recent example of this, a local manufacturing employer who posted 50 positions, this employer chose to post with the college, through agencies, and put the word out to their internal staff. Of these 50 positions, all were filled by internal referrals. Anyone can provide you with a lead or opportunity for employment. As we move through this module, we will provide some examples of who can be in your network, and the module on using social media for your job search will provide details on how to use your online contacts to aid in your job search efforts. Networking comes down to asking questions and providing information. Ask people in your network who they know, about their business, and about their industry. In return, provide information about yourself. Ensure that you highlight what you are looking for, what you can do, and what you want to do. Your network is unlimited. Talk to everyone you know and let them know that you're looking for a co-op position. Let them know what program you're in and tell them what you want to do. Ensure that you pass this information on to your family, friends, and relatives, former employers and coworkers, teachers and classmates. Find out about trade shows or career fairs happening in your industry and ensure that you attend and talk to as many people as possible. And talk to anyone else you meet, your doctors, your dentists, your lawyers, and your neighbors. Bottom line, anyone can be a potential networking resource and anyone can have some connections to your field. Once you consider who is in your network, talk to them and let them know that you're looking for a co-op job. Be specific about your program and the type of work you are looking for. Carry your resume with you at all times, or at least have it accessible on your email or phone to send off if requested. Consider creating a networking card. Highlight some of the key points about you and hand it out to people in your network. And in return, collect business cards and follow up by sending your resume, contacting the employer to set up a telephone or in-person meeting, or requesting a company tour or job shadow opportunity. For more information on conducting an independent job search, review the attached resources or book an appointment to meet with your co-op consultant. Complete the next presentation and click on the assignment to complete this module.